Well, hey there, how are you? Welcome to part 2 of my 3-part series on self-motivation. In this series, I'm discussing the 3 keys to effectively motivate yourself to figure out what your goals actually are and how to get yourself on the path to achieving. Now, if you didn't see part 1 of the series, go ahead and click up here to watch that video now. Part 1 in the series covers being specific about what it is you're trying to motivate yourself to do. Really digging in and paying attention to the specific thoughts, ideas, desires, wants, making sure you have a clear, concise understanding of what you're trying to motivate yourself to do. If you're new to the channel, stick around because today we're going to cover how to go about getting started, figuring out what's actually going to move you. Is it the carrot or the stick? Now, I got a really fantastic comment on the first video, and what the commenter said was that you can't really teach someone to self-motivate. It has to come from within. I couldn't agree more. What I'm talking about is whether or not you're the type of person that is going to be motivated by the reward or the type of person who's going to be motivated by avoiding the downside or the punishment, if you will, of not taking action. Let's take a closer look at that. The precise language we use when figuring out what it is we're trying to motivate ourselves to do is going to tell us which strategy is going to make more sense, the carrot or the stick, the reward versus the punishment. Now, while for some people there may be a little bit of overlap in that, you need a little risk and a little reward, generally most people should find themselves working better under one condition versus the other. But we got to dig in even deeper. So let's use our 2 examples from part 1 in the series. The first example was wanting to get motivated to either improve or start on a new career. Is the reason that you want to start or improve your career to get away from a situation that you're not happy with right now? Well, if it is, then you might be more of a problem solver. The source of your motivation may come from wanting to fix things and solve problems. The idea of a reward may sound nice, but at the end of the day, that's not what's getting this person off their butts. It's the concept of getting away from a situation that they're not happy with. Maybe it's a boss that you're just tired of listening to. Maybe you are a boss and you're just not happy with the direction the company's taking. In either event, your trigger to action is most likely going to be based on wanting to fix this situation. Any rewards you get out of it may just be icing on the cake. The second example was someone who's trying to lose weight. Now, in this situation, someone who's motivated by getting away from a problem, this becomes a little bit clearer. Perhaps they're tired of not being able to do the things physically that they want to do. This is the person who wants to get away from the negative situation. Maybe their doctor has made it clear to them that we have to make some changes or your situation's going to get a lot worse. Maybe it's a parent that needs that last bit of motivation to finally fully take part in their children's lives. Both the job seeker and the person seeking better health and fitness are motivated by getting away from a situation that they're not happy with. The other side of the coin is the person who's looking for a reward. Their thought process is going to be just a little bit different. The reward seeker, person who is going to be motivated by what they can get out of finally taking action, something they can get their hands on, or a positive experience that they can finally feel if they can just do whatever it is they're trying to do. Experience something positive that they've been yearning for in their life. These are reward-driven people that are pushed towards something. If you're thinking about these questions in terms of what you can gain or what you can receive, this is probably the type of person that you are. You've set goals. You have identified certain things that you want. I do want to point out for just a second that when you're setting goals, it's important that those goals are smart. And I'm going to cover that in a different video. But if you're curious, just look up the definition of SMART goals. We'll talk about that later. Back to our job seeker. Maybe you're perfectly happy in that job, but you know you can do more. Maybe you love the work you do, but you think that you could be the one to more effectively lead that team. Maybe you've been doing a great job all along, and you see an opportunity that pays more. You've got a different type of motivation than someone who's just trying to get away from a situation that they're no longer happy with. You see that brass ring you want to reach for, that payoff, if you can just find a way to get yourself moving and get the work done to get there. If you're the one that's looking for a fitness goal or better overall health, maybe it's not that you're miserable with your current weight or your current physical condition, but you want more. Maybe you'd like to be able to run a marathon or take part in a sporting team. You could be perfectly fat and happy like me, but maybe there is something more that you want, and that reward, that goal, could be the thing that gets you moving. Let's review so far. In part one, we talked about what it is we really want to do, getting specific about what we want to accomplish. Part two, we've talked about whether or not we're going to be motivated by the proverbial carrot, which is the reward, the thing that we'd really like to have, or the stick, which is the problem or the negative situation that we want to get away from. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if this series has got you thinking about any specific goals that you've wanted to accomplish. Have you been able to detail and identify what it is that you actually want? And do you have a better sense of whether you are motivated by problem solving or by earning a reward for yourself? If you haven't done so already, I would love to have you subscribe. Come along for more of these conversations. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere you go. I'm at #DrivingMeCrazy. Next week, we will get to our third and final key to this self-motivation technique, understanding your values and how they play into everything you do. That's going to do it for now. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you on the road.